Let's look at a cut with solid problem. I'm going to start a new sketch and I'll draw a circle at the origin. I'll dimension that 200, and then I'm going to draw a polygon at the origin and I will dimension the width of this polygon, and let's call this cutter size. I'm going to make that equal to 100. And I may want to see that name, so I'm going to turn on the expression. So I see that that is the cutter size, and this would be my die diameter. I'm going to make equal the height equal to the width, and I'll finish this sketch. And then I'm going to start a new sketch on the perpendicular plane, and I'll draw a line, and I'll draw that line horizontally. And I'm going to put a point on this line somewhere along the line, and I'll dimension the distance from the origin over to this point. And I'm going to call this die length, and I'm going to make that equal, let's say, to 300. And then I'm going to dimension the distance from here back to the origin. I'm going to make that equal to the die length plus the cutter size. I'm going to do extrude, and I'll select this circle, and for the distance I'm going to tell it to go to this point, and then I'll change the color of this part. So I'm going to make that a chrome color, and let's turn the visibility of sketch number 1 back on again. And I'm going to do a sweep, and I'll tell it to sweep this rectangle along this path with a 45-degree twist and do a cut as it goes. So we see the shape that it makes cutting that rectangle as it goes to the part and rotating 45 degrees. Now let's look at this a little differently now. So I'm going to do extrude again, and this time I'm going to select that rectangle again, and I'll tell it to do a new solid, and let's go back the other way, and let's go a distance of this 100. So I've made this a cube now, and let's change the color of that cube just so that we clearly see the difference. And so I'll make that cube red. All right, let's turn off the visibility of sketch number 1. I'll turn on the visibility of sketch number 2. All right, so this time we're going to extrude cut the cube through here rather than the rectangle through there. So I'll do a sweep, and I'll put a solid sweep now, and for the tool body I'll select this cube as my tool body. For the path I'll select this line, 45-degree angle. I want to twist around the center of this cylinder, and I want to cut this solid body. And so now notice the shape that we get when we cut using solid body rather than just a rectangle. Let's change the length of this die length. Let's make it 600, and I'll update, and so now we see that shape if I do it at 600. So I place these two parts into an assembly, and I activate contact solver, and let's make this part transparent so we can see through it. So I'll select that to be transparent, and I'm going to then grab this part, and as I move it in, notice that it twists as I move it along the inside of the die.